So you're showing some of the greatest dunking players of shooters of all time as well. Here we go. Here we go. I was waiting for the ad to start pretty much.
He passed membership to my mom, then me. Huh, yeah. If your spouse, parent, or grandparent served, they could pass it to you. I'll check it out.
USAA, the military community, here we go. And their families. Mr. Francis ended. Not a fair fight. We don't know who the Michael Jordans are. Mr. Francis, you hate him because Michael Jordan's from the Bronx. Mr. Francis, goodbye. Lost you to the rim, indeed. Mr. Francis, indeed, by Jenny and Jason. Francis slaying to Mr. Francis and a foul. Blew right by Mr. Francis and your homeboy too. Everybody getting it. Like Sasuke with the good hand. Nothing you can do like Father Mac and Miss Hines too. What bad will. Mr. Francis doesn't hurt. Indeed, Mr. Francis. What I'm doing to you is not fair. Play about an 18-year-old, know about being that age, huh? Thunderous jam, indeed. Ah, Mr. Francis. Wickets. Mr. Francis, and put it over your homeboy too. Not fair. Took it right to Mr. Francis, like a dragon and the foul. Right past Mr. Francis. Wickets. Wickets. Mr. Francis doesn't run. I call a timeout for you on that. 20-0 run by me. Slammed up by Lin and Luke. Monster jam. By Jenny to Mr. Francis, puts it down like an AI. Took it right to Mr. Francis' homeboy too. Right at him. NBA Fathead edition. Wicked like Jenny. Stairs like he and she can get indeed. Yeah, Mr. Francis. Things that I can do you can't do as a 5'1" guard. That wasn't a very good lob for Mr. Francis when it kind of dunking the basketball hitter. And dunk. Mr. Francis, the way again I hit the backboard. So big. The way again I hit the backboard. Oh, a windmill jam, Mr. Francis, like I saying too. Thunderous jam, indeed, with both hands. Like Naruto as well. Undisputed ninja of all time, indeed, Mr. Francis. You don't learn again. Thunderous jam, Mr. Francis. Guard that. Like a AI. You can't dome me, Mr. Francis. So much for that too, Mr. Francis. Thank you, brother. Okay, Henny doesn't run like Tupac. Indeed. We could have been for Tupac, huh? Like Gohan, like a Saiyan. Francis, Mr. Francis. Clear for takeoff. Mr. Francis again. What you can do, I can do better. Ooh, pass. Look out, Mr. Francis. Nobody home. You can't chase me down. Track and field, Ackerman. Nobody home. 18-year-old Lin Luke. Get the swing of 18-year-olds back in the swing dunk contest, huh? Double pump jam. And I fell on my behind, the hater edition. Wow. I missed the shot. I followed it back up. Mr. Francis, and your homeboy too. You don't learn again. Something to me missing a shot. Mr. Francis, Euro step Jew. That's just the new school with the old school. Mr. Francis doesn't run. I got this, brother Silky. Mr. Francis. Out of nowhere, like alien. Fight the Tupac in Lin. What a dunk with the good hand. Brought down with my torso, Mr. Some messiahs, huh? Come back player of the year, just like Zon. Not fair. We already knew Zon was going to win comeback player of the year. That was a no-brainer. Shaq and Kenny just announced it already last week. Time for Mr. Francis. Thunderous jam, indeed. Not a fair fight for Mr. Francis right now. Like Gohan. I can say it indeed. Cannot detonate. Monster Jam. Drop. Sponsored by Amazon and Google. Ages when it comes to dunking at that. Can't double me, Mr. Francis. How many times did I tell you that? That was the third quarter time going out. Mr. Francis doesn't run. I'm about to elbow you too. Mr. Francis. And elbow. And a foul, Mr. Francis. Throws it down in the face of Grumman too as well. Fight design. Like it big and indeed. This takes the life out of Mr. Francis right now. On the reverse. Took it right to Mr. Francis. Oh, yeah, when it comes to age. Still has venom in them veins. Bottom towards like that long like Sandy. Like this long like Sandy to Mr. Francis. Came up short. Mr. Francis can't guard me. Height class is heightless, man. Come on. And do a ton at that because I know I played one on Mr. Francis on NBA 2K24 and 25 on PS4 pretty much. Monster Jam. Thank you, brother. So, okay, Mr. Francis doesn't learn. Spectacular dunk. A windmill like a saying. Thank you, brother. So he's short and saying, I still put it down. Over Mr. Francis. Oh, that I turn a quarter. Sponsored by AWS and Google. Fails don't think. He'll slam it home with the good hand. Mr. Francis. Game over for you. Timeout for Mr. Francis. Now you calling timeout. Kidding me. Over Mr. Francis, the hater edition, NBA Fair edition. Fell on my behind. Not a bad beginning. Over Mr. Francis because he doesn't learn again. Another NBA Fair too. You got baptized. Like Sasuke, you don't learn again off the free throw line too. So much me sitting on the bench at all. So much me sitting on the bench. Spin move to Mr. Francis. Guard that. Like Jenny. Like Jenny as an air. Like, ooh, indeed. Throw it down. Yeah, Bray. Oh, okay. Bayonetta wicked in the foul. Sorry, Mr. Francis. You can't guard me. Texas Longhorns like Sandy. Like going like a saying indeed, Mr. Francis. Thunderous jam, Mr. Francis. Not fair. You fell for that. A pump fake, lob, and slam. Perfect pass to himself. That was fantastic. A thunderous windmill, Mr. Francis. Yeah, Bray. Yeah, no. I heard him. Thunderous windmill, Mr. Francis, indeed. Mr. Francis. To dominate. To Mr. Francis for the emphatic jam. Over the worst matchup, 7'5". Right to Jason and Jenny, like an AI, Mr. Francis. You don't learn again. The long alley pass. Beautiful 360. With ease. Thunderous jam indeed, Mr. Francis. Showing you the young Shannon Leroy. To the basket like a dragon. Oh, baby, indeed, Mr. Francis. Not a fair fight. Went right past Mr. and went baseline, hammers it home. And slams over Mr. Francis and the foul. Give me that, Mr. Francis. Like Bayonetta. Wicked. It's more than a game, huh, Mr. Francis? When it comes to LeBron not being the GOAT no more. Oh, Mr. Francis rises and rips over Mr. Francis in the foul. Not a fair fight in basketball. Was the GOAT, and Kobe Bryant was number 2. LeBron's not number 3 to me no more now. Had another first round out, Mr. Francis. I'm sorry. LeBron's a crybaby. LeBron's a punk and a pussy. He is. He is. He don't take accountability for his actions. Tiger Woo takes accountability for it all the time. Tiger Woo, Tiger Woo. Not a fair fight. Mr. Francis by Timmy Turner to Mr. Francis. Oh, she rises in rips. With the offhand, with Mr. Francis good hand and the foul. Not a fair fight. Mr. Francis Mike Zahn like a dragon. This is not fair. Foul. Mr. Francis can't guard me. Jenny for a reason. Took it right to Mr. Francis again. With authority. Like a dragon. It could have been an animal because Mr. Francis wanted to foul me. I got something for that, Mr. Francis. NBA fathead. You just got baptized. Instant revenge. To even with a response to Henny too, everybody get it. Those on the face of Henny and Mr. Francis too. Like an AI Statue of Liberty-esque. Over the worst matchup, 7'6", a conqueror. You just got posterized, Mr. Francis too. 5'1" guy. Easy matchup. Down big time like an AI. I had never suffered any mortality injury with the kind of mental. Mike Fiasco. Heavyweight hand power in the foul, Mr. Francis. Serving up a facial on a 5'1" guard. It's not fair. Mr. Francis. Ooh, indeed. On a rack attack. Took it to you and Mr. Francis and your homeboy to everybody getting it. I got this, brother, so good. Mr. Francis doesn't learn. Indeed. You cannot double me. With essentially what Coach Carter said, CCBC said, he's going to cook you with a separated shoulder. I'm not human. Sorry, Mr. Francis. NBA fathead, you just got baptized and the foul. How serious was that? Take it to your homeboy too. Die. Shannon Rayboy. Gerald Step. Manning for a reason on Street Fighter 6 as well. This Gerald Step and Jade them. You saw what Mr. Hutchinson does best to Mr. Francis. NBA fathead edition to Mr. Francis. Like an AI. Woo, Mr. Francis. You talking about elevation to Mr. Francis. Elevation went up to the Raptors, indeed. This is not fair what I did to Mr. Francis in basketball. I totally schooled this man. It's not a fair fight. Not a fair fight, Mr. Francis. Not a fair fight. I am an MVP. I'm like Mr. Francis. He's a role player right there. Another wicked and a foul. Not fair. What up, dunk with the offhand? What up, dunk by Shenroy, the Messiahs, huh? Thunderous windmill. Thunderous jam indeed. To Mr. Francis. NBA Fathead edition. Woo, Mr. Francis. Like an air. We're up to the Raptors indeed. Mr. Francis. You don't learn again. I jade you. All with Mr. Francis, homeboy too. Everybody getting it. Thunderous jam indeed. Don't murder Mr. Francis. Because I want you on PS4. I'm not playing this. I'm not joking. You think I am. I'm not joking. I'm serious. Double pumped it with the shot clock running down. Hammers it home. On Mr. Francis, Statue of Liberty-esque. Indeed. Instant replay what I did to Mr. Francis. It was not fair. Tested long horns like Sandy. And the foul. Like Gohan, like a Saiyan. Over Mr. Francis and the foul. Not fair fight, Mr. Francis. Exclamation point. Oh, she rises and rips over Mr. Francis. Not a fair fight. NBA fathead to you. You getting baptized all day long, boy. Righteousness. Mr. Francis. Phil Don't Think sponsored by AWS and Google. Thunderous windmill. Took it right to Mr. Francis and the foul to the contact. Monster Jam. Can't double me. Like Shannon Rura and Bruce Rura. Like a dragon. Monster Jam. TNT dunk. Told you I could not double me. How many times did I tell you? Right the Tupac. Die. Mr. Francis. Just Euro step in, jade him. You saw what Cal does better than Mr. Francis, and that's continuing to cook all day. Thanks, Bree. Took my fail cases too as well. Mr. Francis, you know, man, again, the God for human life. I am God, I am hell. Mr. Francis. Like an AI monster jam. Serves up a facial to Mr. Francis and a foul. With the emphatic jam like Jenny. Because Jenny was that height. And wife was a teenage robot. Tall, small. Kelby Bryant. 6'6", 196. Jenny was that height. She was born with both things because of genetics. Monster jam as an AI. 18-year-old Jenny. Double pumped it, Mr. Francis. Monster jam. Even as a high school slam dunker, not fair. Monster jam over Mr. Francis. The disrespectful NBA fathead and the foul. How serious was that, Mr. Francis? Queer out, Mr. Francis. Die. Monster jam. Like Zon is what with the good hand. Both hands. Like Big Show, I saw it coming. Monkey D. Luffy dumping my arm to the rim. Bryant slams it down to find an 18-year-old out of high school. Chesapeake Bay Hawk. Or the school's Bruce Roy and Shannon with Washington Huskies. Or San Francisco Bisons. The Green Hornets. Like a dragon. Right design with the good hand. Comeback player of the year edition. Mr. Francis doesn't learn. It's not LeBron's era no more now. If you know about prime Kobe Bryant was more of his peak than LeBron was. Monster jam. Monster jam. Like Zon and Bully Ball Mr. Francis. Yeah, shut up. Yeah. Monster jam. Double pump and hammers it home. Mr. Francis beat you down the court. Track and field acumen. Not a fair fight. I want you, Mr. Francis, on PS4. I'm not playing. I'm dead on serious. I want you in one-on-one and on teams at that. Even as a slam dunker, too. King of the court falls a slam dunker. Get out of the way, Mr. Francis. Monster jam. Oh, there I turn the corner. Mr. Francis. Not a fair fight. Like a Saiyan. Not a fair fight. And the foul. Monster jam. And hit my elbows. Ooh, Mr. Francis, NBA Fathead Edition. Oh, a windmill jump like a slaying too. Not a fair fight. The Mr. Francis homeboy too. And I go count now again. Ow, my shoulder. Bastards, man. That's how hyped I was in basketball and boxing too, without the gloves too. And over two better defenders in the NBA, I think. Yeah, but out of his seats. It could have been for Tupac, huh? He was not in trouble a lot. Not just rapping, but sports. It would have kept him out of trouble if you know about the rap game in the NBA today as well. This is sad, Mr. Ray. You don't know who the Michael Jordans are, man. You're a LeBron fanboy. You know that? You know that? Let's not forget that 81-point game that Kobe Bryant put up against Roy. Put up an 80-piece. He still holds the record for most points by a guard to this day. Next close record was Devin Booker with 70 points even. Cooking. The true Kobe Bryant, the true Michael Jordan was Kobe Bryant and Vince Carter. And I'll probably show you the stream for that after this too as well. After the stream is over pretty much. So like I said, Mr. Francis, you already know who the Michael Jordans are. Stop playing around. For you to overlook Jordan and know you was born in the 90s, you know how delusional you are right now, Mr. Francis. You're very delusional. If you know what Michael Jordan being from the Bronx. Yeah. Michael Jordan played a variety of sports. Baseball, football, and basketball. And soccer. And golf. Take woo. Is why you hate red because it defies astrology. You forget red defies tiger astrology and dragon astrology. Let's not overlook that too, Mr. Francis, as well. We already knew who the Michael Jordans was, and I'm about to show you another player that defied the Michael Jordan even out of the ring too. After the stream's over, yeah. Mr. Francis has no words for me, but I want you on PS4. You understand me, Mr. Francis? You understand me? You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. I'm gonna look you right in the face, even with goggles on as well. Bruce Roy and Shannon Roy, the Green Hornets.